Let's just make sure this stream starts working. Alrighty. Guess what, chicken butt? Oh yeah, your boy is back. We are running a game of Adventures in Arrowknee. Today we are going to do episode 1 of Adventures in Craterland. That is right, Craterland is a setting and is a place available to play. It is a whole-ass map. You might notice some startling geographical similarities between that and Arrowknee. Guess what? That is because that is what Arrowknee is based on, because I'm a lazy DM and I don't like making new shit. So, without further ado, my name is Brad. I'm going to be running today's game in theory. We'll see about in practice. I do want to give folks at home a quickity heads up. I've got some pretty intense fucking weather here. On a scale from 1 to 10, it's solid rain. So I may be losing power if stuff cuts out in the middle of the sentence by the end of this video. And you're like, wow, that was unexpectedly short. That is why. So, without further ado, we're going to be looking over to our characters. We are looking at top, middle, first person here. Angela, could you please introduce yourself, describe your character, and also state for us who is your favorite character within the television show Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and why?
Spike, because he's hot. And let's see, my character is a Yanti pureblood, and I am a fighter. And I just leveled up to level 3. Yee freaking ha.
Congratulations. We are now going from crawling to toddling. Happy to be here. Next
Fuck
up,
you all.
So for the folks at home, this is my mother. If you notice, I call her Mom. That's why. This lady had the misfortune of having to raise my ass. Looking over to our top middle now here, we are looking at Carl. Carl, could you please introduce yourself, describe your character, and also state for us if you had to pick a random celebrity to subject to the Jerky Boys, assuming that caller ID is not a thing, who would you pick?
Hey, I'm Carl. I am playing my half-orc Rune Knight fighter Abasirigal. And if I were to subject a celebrity to that, I'd probably go with like Weird Al Yankovic, because he would probably outdo them.
I bet he would. Looking over now to our bottom left, we have got a man taking probably a big deep breath. By the name of Nick, could you please introduce yourself, describe your character, and also state for us if you had to pick one commander for a Magic deck to play anybody at any time, any day of the week, what would be your chosen commander and why?
I'm Nick. I just unmuted myself and then hit the button to unmute OBS. That makes a lot of sense. I'm playing Derek. He's a monk, just a normal human variant monk. I would pick the triplets, because that means your turn is my turn, and I like that.
Hell yeah. Looking over now to our friend Chris at the bottom right. Could you please introduce yourself, describe your character, and also state for us if you had to pick one movie to strap Paul Rudd to a chair and force him to watch for over a year at a time, assuming he has access to food, water, and general torture. If you had to subject him to one movie, what would it be?
All right. That's fun. Okay, so I'm Chris. I will be playing as Nick, our lovely half-elf rogue. And if I had to pick one movie and force Paul Rudd to watch it, it would probably be Undercover Brother, just because it seems hilarious.
We're going to go with the heck to the yeah. Oh, sorry?
Huh?
Oh, I said heck to the yeah. What were you going to say?
I was going to say it would be like the inverse of the scene where he's screaming like Caucasian overload. It would just be like the exact opposite. It'd be a great time. Paul Rudd, if you ever hear this, let me know.
Little known fact about Paul Rudd, he's actually, when they have medium shirts, they have large shirts, they have small shirts, they have extra large shirts, they have extra small shirts. Now, if you're lucky enough to come into possession of an extra medium shirt, it was actually molded around Paul Rudd. That is how they get extra medium.
Nice.
Today's game is going to pick up after a couple of games happening prior to. There was a whole ass adventure that was happening, basically to make sure that this setting worked. That was to make sure that this wasn't going to be hot garbage by the time it was on stream. Heyo. So now we're going to be getting back to some wonderful adventure-manating. We've been talking with a gentleman by the name of Sid. He's a rather young human gentleman with a loincloth bearing stars and moons. He's got a pendant with a, looks to be claw and an arrow going through it. It says Dragon Slayers on it. He's introduced himself as the Sid. His catchphrase seemed to be howdy fuckers. I don't know where we might have found that in the past, but he also seemed to be drinking of a sort of wineskin full of healing potion and vodka. So, you know, very particular guy. He's got a pet chipmunk, very fun. And he has been consulting with these adventurers trying to figure out how to take down a group of dragons in land known as the Dragon's Den. That is where today's game will start. There's been a couple of options proposed. What would everybody like to do?
What's the plan?
Plan?
No plan,
Well,
just dragons.
Revenge. Revenge was the.
I
Wasn't that
thought
the
we were
whole
going
thing?
for the dragon. Yeah.
Because
To
of
get
the
back at
slaves, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember
The
those
silver
slaves
dragon.
in the sandwich spread factory that the dragon had sold.
Precisely.
So revenge.
Hmm.
That's the objective.
Vengeance. Justice, dare I say.
All right, says Sid. He's going to grab a map, flip it upside down, grab a compass, which appears to be cast off and shattered. This is inside of his humble abode, scattered with various items in varying states of disrepair. He's currently trying to navigate towards the west to get a hold of some stuff in the Dragon's Den. It's been rumored that we're looking to create a portal to conjure some things to fight these dragons. He's telling you that he knows of a place, a very particular place, a placey place. This is a place that has probably the items you need to conjure whatever it is from the hells that you're looking to make fight these dragons. He says that this is looks to be an abandoned magic shop that seems to have some neat items inside. Rumor has it there might also be magic items for you schmucks inside this building. Time will only tell.
Well, I don't know if we should summon demons, but we should definitely go in here.
Down. Let's go in.
I'm kind of down with summoning demons, though. Just sounds
Okay.
cool.
All right.
And so
Who's the summoner?
Not me.
Definitely not me. Somebody tossed it out. So.
I don't know about magics. I could realign your chakras.
Yeah, I think I'm okay, but I appreciate the offer, though.
That was for sex, that offer, in case you were wondering.
I know, but I do have a duck spouse somewhere.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, he'd be PO'd.
Yeah, and we've seen how he gets. I don't think we would want to upset anyone.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Sid is going to take a look at Abasirigal and do one of these. He's going to go for a deep inhale and a deep exhale. Wow. So
Abasirigal is going to look is going to look at him like, I'm not going behind the shed with.
No. All right, I'll do the summoning. One stipulation. I don't have a stipulation. I'm just thrilled to be involved. It's at this point that he's going to extend a rope ladder leading out of his wonderful treehouse. It seems to be almost the exact copy of the variety that Cartman had created for South Park. He is extending this rope ladder down, climbing on down. His chipmunk is giving you a solid on the way down. It's at this point that he begins to lead you to the west. He's following a couple of game pads and a couple of trails. Travel seems to go swiftly as he knows the way like the back of his hand, he says, just before falling flat on his ass. Travel will continue just a bit into this jungle. You'll note that he is taking you over towards an area that looks to have a large pyramid on the horizon. As you can see above you, there are many dragons flying, most of which look to be young in age. You can tell based on the size, but one rather large one gets your attention. It's at this point that Sid takes a moment to point out that this one is an adult dragon. He tells you that the goal of today's mission is to kill some ancient ones.
Wait, and you think like we could do that, us four?
No, but we could definitely summon some shit that can. I'm gonna tell you, I found out about this thing that I think might do just the trick. You guys ever heard of a duck?
God.
We just had one with us.
Which one?
Well, like, you know, they got ducks.
Yes.
Yes.
The duck god.
Yeah, apparently they got a duck god. Well, I found out about, like, apparently there was this world that he, like, leveled. I don't know what he did there, but he was, like, their devil guy or whatever. But apparently he had, like, a rival, who's trapped in the hells that, like, is a goose. And I want to see if we can conjure this goose. You know what I'm saying? Demonic goose, anybody?
I
mean, this seems like it might create some trouble in paradise, but you have my interest. A demon goose. That seems kind of fun.
You got any other options you want to propose?
It sounds like we're just replacing a shark with a giant poisonous squid.
But it's still,
Basically.
yeah, at least it's something new, though.
Yeah, if you got
Yes.
bread, I mean, you're all set.
Fred. Oh my god. So, to summon said demon, what's that gonna take? What's the cost?
Well, like, I was thinking we could get a hold of some MacGuffinite, you know?
A what now?
MacGuffinite. You never had MacGuffinite? It's, like, really sought after. Very, very coveted item.
I've heard of it.
First, I thought you said monogamous.
No. Monogamy's for suckers, he says, elbowing you and then elbowing a couple other folks. He's, like, really looking around the room, looking for a nod. That was a ploy. It's at this point that he is going to reach over to a tree. You'll see this in the middle of the jungle. This is some pretty, like, you know, tropical type stuff. He's going to reach over to a leaf and then begin chewing on it. Looks to be a leaf of a cola tree. I'm not sure what's going on there.
Cola tree.
Yeah, they got cola beans, but he's just chewing on leaves. It's apparently quite relaxing. Travel will continue on for just a couple of more moments. You'll note that you're making your way towards what appears to be a dirt road. This has a couple of patrolling kobolds on the outside, one of which is looking down towards, looks to be a thing drawn in some sand. Another one's depicting... does anybody here speak Draconic?
Oh, let me check.
No.
Close.
No. Common Elvish Giant Harmonica.
My character sheet is loading. It's taking a second. I do not.
I do, apparently. Oh boy.
Snakes and dragons. Makes sense. Similar.
Yeah. So let's chat.
So as I said, you need to pick up the boulder, make sure it goes up that hill, and you gotta make sure that, well, once the trap is triggered, the thing rolls back down and crushes somebody. It's at this point that the other kobold talking says, I can't move a fucking boulder! They're currently arguing over how to get this done, neither of which is proposing tool use. It's at this point that they embody their proper, impression of the Three Stooges. One of them pokes another one in the eye, you hear a, "Wow!" and the other one will pick up a stick and go boom, across the other one's head. So at this point, the kobolds become more of a cartoon-esque, like, cloud of fists and legs. Sid looks to the rest of you, goes, tries to sneak by. Not really too sneaky. Can I see a stealth check from everybody here?
What now?
a stealth check. That'll be on your first page towards the left-hand side. You'll see a long list of skills. It'll be one of the ones towards the bottom.
I'm a 0.
16.
Nice.
Next.
Better than 0.
I forgot I have to hide my dice from my cat. 1 second.
Wait, roll
Trying to
the,
hide them in the spice cabinet because he
roll
steals
the
them.
0, Angela.
So what am I rolling for this?
Your stealth is whatever number's next to your stealth. You roll a
Yeah.
d20 and add that number to it.
Oh, it's a 20. Well, I gotta roll. Hold
You
on.
have to roll the d20.
24.
Oh, I don't want to roll though. I'll just rather go with 20.
You
That'd be more
could
fun.
you could do it in the dice rolling room by doing exclamation point d20.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
that.
I've got it open.
You did get the 20 you wanted?
Fuck yeah! Okay. Sorry, got a little excited there.
So, Nick and Belladonna, you are sneaky as shit. For Derek, as well as Ebasirgal, stuff seems a little less sneaky on your end. You'll note that your guide here, Sid, is doing quite well, but one of the kobolds takes notice towards the travel of the two of you, says, "Hey, they're trying to get through here! Some humanoids! Hunt them and eat them!" At which point, this kobold is silenced by a fist hitting its face, as the other two kobolds have not caught on to this fact and are continuing to fight. This one kobold is insisting that it's seeing passerbys and is not being heeded by its friends. You think that you've been spotted, but you've probably got some lead time before anything might get responded to. If one of these kobolds survives this looks to be threatening fight.
Do you want to stay and watch them?
Yeah.
You mean
I'll
Larry,
be,
Moe, and Curly?
I got 2 gold on the one with the anklet.
I sneak by fully.
Oh shit! All right, I'm coming.
Well, I speak dragon, so I was hoping for some companions to kind of...
If you want to go over and talk to him, I mean, by all means.
Group consensus. Any?
What did you say they said? You said one of them wanted to eat us?
Translator?
Was that right?
Female
Belladonna?
parental unit!
Yeah, I'm here. I'm
Yeah.
getting a little. I think I need to shut the window because it's getting louder out.
Hey, you're being
Hang
asked
on.
you're being asked a question.
You said if they said they wanted to eat us, it's probably best if we just skit. Tight. I start cartwheeling away.
You successfully cartwheel away.
Oh my god.
Now you're okay. The Nick was asking a question. So travel will continue. You're making a way up. Looks to be dirt road. You're making a way past a couple of look to be demolished buildings. They look to have been in varying states of disrepair for quite a while now. It's at this point that you find a magic shop. You can tell it's one, mainly because it is cone-shaped. This place looks dilapidated. It is run down. A couple of windows have been knocked through. You can see a couple other buildings, one of which says Fix It All. Another one says Mary's Maiden's Mercy. Another one says Yargella's, looks to be Fight Club. There's a bunch of different buildings here that all allude to different, like, places of business, but all of them seem to have been run down and abandoned for quite a while now. It's at this point, though, that your destination of goal here has been noted, the magic shop. You can see probably a quarter mile, maybe further up the road, there's a couple more kobolds that are walking their way here. They don't seem to have spotted you, as you'll note that their actions are alluding to they're having a very similar conversation to the one you just saw prior. Seems to just kind of be built into the folks around here. You're not sure, but what would you like to do?
look over the buildings.
Do you have a particular one you've got in mind, or you just want to size them all up?
I just size them up, see if any of them look like there's been recent activity.
Yeah, give me an investigation check or perception, your choice.
Perception of 10.
Perception of 10 will see that you have noted there has been just a light bit of travel around here. Looks to be like some footsteps, but they look to be about the same size as your buddy Sid. You think he might have just scouted this area maybe in the past couple of days or past couple of weeks. He looks over to you and sees you taking note of the footsteps and points down to them and points up to himself. But there doesn't seem to be anybody like living around here.
Okay.
Do I know of this place? I think this guy's from here. I don't know where. You tell me. Do you have a map?
Are you asking in character or out of character?
No, out of character. This is to you.
I have a map. In terms of being from the region, you would be from the region.
Yeah.
You've heard tale of a town referred to as Elise that is set up towards the west here. Can I see a history check from you?
Yeah. Natural 19 plus 0.
Natural 19 plus 0. So Elise is old town. Seems to have been a branch off from the Umagarian Empire. You'd heard rumors of old stuff happening here. Seems to be alluding to prior campaigns. Where I steal NPCs from shamelessly. Seems to be a whole thing going on there, but this place has been pretty well abandoned since the Dragon Slayers had to do what they did. You remember when the dragons first showed up, it was a whole ass encounter, bunch of dragons everywhere. Some adventurers stepped up to the plate, fought them back, but they lost a town's worth of space. Then was set up an area referred to as the Dragon's Den. Seems to be where they've contained the dragons for now. For those that don't know, in our prior game, this group had actually uncovered a group of slaves that were sold from this area. Pretty serious stuff. The goal right now is to try and invade, wreak some havoc, and free the slaves that are currently captured here. Demons and devils and monsters, oh my, seem to be the general solution to that problem, or at least enough to get folks out.
I think we should loot every building here.
Oh, at least to figure out how to set up an ambush on
Yeah.
kobolds coming down.
I second that plan. I'm all for looting. That sounds fantastic.
I'm fairly certain if anybody's here, they're just a passerby or a squatter. So,
which building would you like to go to first? You've got a couple of different options. You've got a fight bar to check out, your Gella's Fight Bar. You've also got Fittith's Fix It All. You're also looking at a cone-shaped magic shop. A couple others as well.
Oh, magic. Let's do some magic. Or get some magic shit.
Hell yeah. I'm down for
yes,
that.
let's do it.
All right. Make your way into the magic shop first. You'll note that the door seems to be locked from the outside. It's at this point your buddy Sid says, "Fuck that!" Hops through a window. He will climb around the back. You'll hear a thump from a latch behind there, at which point the door becomes openable. He beckons you inside and says he's going to take a watch outside as you paw through the spoils to be inside.
Didn't you say there was stuff in here, Sid, that
Yeah.
you needed for summoning demons?
Yeah, it's portal stuff. You guys know about portal stuff, right?
Yeah, what do we need to grab?
I don't fucking know.
Okay, cool. Tight. We're all very magical and know about it,
That's what I thought, you know?
for sure.
Is at this point
You-
you...
You know, none of us can cast spells, I don't think.
Can.
Well, you can? Cool. All right, never mind. We got a wizard.
Yeah, you're a wizard,
Not
Terry.
really. Second level innate spell casting is what it states.
Oh, okay.
You'll get a range of 30 feet.
You're a sorcerer. You were born with magic.
You
I
know,
like it.
it must be pretty cool just being. I was trying to think of a compliment. Nothing came into my head. I'm gonna stand out here.
I'll look for crystals because that's what I assume he needs, and then whatever else I can find.
Looking for crystals. You're take a look inside. You do find this area looks decently clean, not too shabby, nothing too dusty. There was a broken window, but it doesn't seem like any critters have gotten in here. You'll note that there's a display case. You're used to like magic item shops that have a display case where modest wares are shown. Nothing stealable, nothing overly flashy. They play their cards close to their chest. Whoever set this place up doesn't seem to have had that kind of wisdom in mind. As you'll note, there are 4 magic items piquing your interest within this area. I'm putting them into Game Room 1 right now. I'm going to read them aloud for the folks at home just to make sure we are all ready studying spaghetti. First item you'll note is a Whip of Truth. This is an item that seems to be a golden whip related to and dissimilar from a certain whip from a certain DC comic. As it wraps around a person, they make a save, and if they fail, they gotta tell the truth and stay restrained. If they pass, nothing happens.
I want it.
Next, you'll notice is an item labeled Frank the Dagger. This one is, it says, while attuned, you gain the ability to have leave a mark on your enemy, granting the following benefits. At the end of your turn, you may have the dagger return to your grasp, and also temporarily stun it for a turn on an intelligence saving throw. You also note there is a utility belt. Looks to have maybe like a crow or a bat on it. You're not sure which. The utility belt says it has 3 charges. While attuned to this belt, you may reach into your utility belt and as a bonus action, procure the exact item needed to get the job done. You can create musical items. You can create different tools or kits as needed. This seems to be a one-size-fits-all solution to whatever problem you may be encountering. The last of which is a headband of zombification. While attuned, you get the ability to summon a number of zombies equal to your proficiency bonus -1. They are not hostile to you, and they do obey your commands. Seems to be some pretty fun stuff here. Looks like these items were homebrewed by some schmuck right before this game started. You'll also note that there are a couple of books on some shelves nearby, one of which says How to Eat Dirt, written by a gentleman named Bork. Another one is referred to as Shittith's Personal Magic Book. You'll see another that says How to Fry Clams Harmlessly, and another book that says How to Fry Clams. Not sure what's going on there. And then another book is referring to the intricacies and histories of the land. This one appears to be a little more fancy in make. Brad's face cam froze on the stream. Let's fix that. Oh my goodness. All right, your boy's back. Sorry for that. You had to look at my ugly mug not moving. I'm sure it's a lot worse.
You gotta
than
have that
still.
Discord window
You
open.
mid-blink.
It's like one of those school photos where I just look at the camera and am myself. It's really rough. That said, you got some items. You got some, looks to be like a couple of rooms extending off from this place if you wanted to explore it. But yeah.
I want to grab these magic items first off before we move any further. Thoughts?
Yeah, we should each grab one. I grab the headband.
I want the whip.
Taking the dagger.
Okay. Abby will grab the belt and wear it like a bandolier.
Yeah.
There's a doorway towards the back. Sid is currently standing guard out front, but who's going to be the first to try and open this door?
I look around. Is there a mirror in here?
There is not.
Is there a lock on the door?
There doesn't appear to be, no.
What is the door made out of?
Door seems to be made of wood.
You should check it for traps, Rogue.
What does it smell like?
Thank you.
What does it smell like?
What that smell like?
Yeah.
Do it, grip.
I'm glad you're having fun just being like this. It smells like cedar and stale air. Can I see an investigation check from you to extrapolate anything further?
Me?
Yeah!
That was just.
For more smelling, yeah, if you want to really smell it good.
Well, I got a whip, so I can whip it good too.
Whipping the door. That'll do it.
Yeah,
You whip that door in the opening.
Oh, shit.
Is there a cash register in here?
What was I looking for again? What am I rolling?
Smells.
And
Investigation.
I'm gonna take a ball bearing and throw it at the door. What happened?
And I'm rolling a d20, correct?
Yeah.
Correct. Can I see an investigation check on... Actually, sleight of hand on the register.
Sweet.
And then ball bearing gets thrown at the door. As you see it goes... it hits the door, and there's a... as it bursts into flames.
Oh, okay. All right.
Good call. Good call.
That's telling.
I crit on the sleight of hand with the 27.
Crit on the sleight of hand will see you are able to pick the lock on this register with a method we in the business refer to as hitting it really fucking hard. You pop this bad boy open, you'll see there's a key inside, as well as what looks to be a stack of wooden chits. They're labeled shitteth bucks. They have an image of a man with a gray beard and a pointed hat, some stars and moons, going right on them. Not sure if they're usable for anything, but might get you some items back in town or something.
I throw the key to Nick, and then pocket the bucks.
I gotta tell you, I was thinking this is an odd time to rob them, but go for it. I just realized you were getting the key. Okay, I'm going to use the key and open the door.
Using the key and opening the door, you'll hear a click click. As the door opens, you hear what looks to be a pre-programmed sound of chaos back here. You'll hear like something growling, some stuff falling, a couple of explosions. Seems like somebody really lazy just rigged this thing to sound dangerous for anybody passing through. Yeah. But you're able to successfully make your way inside. This looks to be like a really nice lounge. Like when you picture like a really ungodly rich person's like loungy area or hangout spot, dial it up just a little bit. Like picture Meet Joe Black, like just the general aesthetic of Meet Joe Black applied to this place. That was close ass lightning. It's nice shit. I need to go unplug my AC. I'll be right back.
AC, UC. We all see.
We all see for...
You know why I was saying the things that I said, and I was about to say, how does it taste? And you know why I was going to say that?
Why?
Because that's the kind of shit he always says.
Yeah, it is.
Completely
It definitely
random.
is.
Weird time, weird, just, and it makes you stop and you go, what?
And
So
how
I
does it
rolled, and I got a good
taste?
number, so now I also want to know, like, yeah. I want to fuck with him.
Oakley dokley. Sorry about that, friends. Whew. Nice
It's
ass
gotten
lounge.
hotter here. Hotter and louder. The thunder is almost continuous here now.
Yep. But yeah. So you're looking at a pretty nice lounge. You'll see that there is what looks to be a rather large safe towards the back corner. Some really, really nice looking books, all of which seem to be written in a language strange. I won't make anybody check their sheets for that. This is a language referred to as Aklo. Anybody willing to make a history check can, but it's like some pretty deep shit.
My character's not intelligent enough.
I'm going to try a history check. I don't think it's going to do anything good.
Yeah.
But I also am trying to make a beeline for that safe. Yeah, the history check was a 5. So, but yeah, I want to check out this safe.
History check of a 5.
Yeah.
The language looks neat. Really cool to see written. Very pretty.
Nice. That's awesome. Good for them.
How does it taste?
Like the smell of a swimming pool.
Like pee or chlorine?
Yeah, I got an 18 on my history.
A little bit of both. On the history, you'll note this is a language that causes the people to learn it to go insane, bonkers ass shit. Yeah, this is like, the cost of learning this language is great. And
Oh well.
Yeah, not worth it.
Glad I'm stupid.
What kind of condition is the room in?
Looks to be very nice condition. Everything in here is well maintained. No dust, no mold, no must. Looks to be untarnished.
Wizard crap.
Wizard crap.
I'll head back out. Looking at all the stuff that was out there, I'm gonna grab the shittest book of magic or whatever, and stick that in my bag.
All right.
Oh, did I see any crystals anywhere?
You've not found any crystals. Like a startlingly low number of crystals.
Usually there's like a display case with like soul gems or something.
Yeah. Yeah, you're like really expecting of these. Like, you're used to like, the Jarl hangout where there's a fuck ton of soul gems and like one guy that keeps harassing you about getting more.
One expert lock that has a replica axe behind it.
Yeah. Nick, can I see a sleight of hand check on the safe if you're looking to pick it? Or
Not quite ready to pick it. I'm just more curious about it. Like size, can I tell if this is a manual lock or if it's like a bewitched type of lock situation? I'm more like investigating at the moment.
the size is quite large, you'll note. This seems to be made to hold, at the very least, something of quarterstaff in size. Like, you could probably fit in this safe. In terms of how it's locked up, this is like a old school, combination safe. Seems to be an early version of such technology because it's like, like medieval style combination, like probably 1-2 tumblers at most. Very easy to listen to. You picture like the old Tom and Jerry like stethoscope up to the thing, and then next thing you know, you're inside. Doesn't look too complicated, but looks robust as shit at the very least, so nobody could plow through it with a maul.
I need to step away just a second. I gotta go close some windows.
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm gonna do my trusty ball bearing trick again, because for something to be that large in a room this opulent and not be a combinated lock is complicated. I was gonna get it. Complicated lock is highly suspicious.
Throwing your ball bearing at it, ding, 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 as it rolls back towards you.
All right, nothing happens. Okay, can I do an Arcana check first?
Yep.
Before I just touch on it? Okay. All right, that was a solid 11. I don't think that might tell me much, maybe.
Something magic-y? Doesn't look dangerous, though.
Okay. All right, I'm going to go in with the sleight of hand. 4.
4 sees that you are able to tick, 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 tick. You hear it tumble once, and you're looking for the second one, and then you're back to square one. You feel like this is one of those things where you could probably try again until you succeed, because you got all the time in the fucking world.
Neato! Okay. 3.
You spit on it to try and make it move better. Doesn't help.
Okay. 12.
It opens!
Oh, yay!
Abyssurial, you'll note that the combination was definitely on the inside of the book that you have in your hand. doesn't seem to be of any important note, but nothing crazy going on there. You open up this safe, and you'll note it is much larger on the inside. This seems to be where the good shit is. As you're making your way inside, you see a rather large portal. Looks to be something like a gate to stars. You'll see another magic item referred to as a portable hole, just kind of strewn to the side. You think this might have been how this gate was transported in here. This is a rather large room lit by a ambiently glowing ceiling. The floors are pristine white. Picture like a neat room or a clean room. I forget the name. Type of shit you do science in.
Does the gate have crystals on it?
It does. These crystals are referred to specifically as iridium. They are glowy in nature. You'll also see a rather large box with some big-ass tongs next to it labeled MacGuffinite. For those of us in the real world, it's fucking uranium.
Uranium.
Ah, MacGuffinite?
Yeah.
Is that how you said it?
Yeah, MacGuffinite. It's a jokey fantasy term.
Hey, stuff. Let me go get that kid.
Should I rip some crystals off of this thing so we can make a portal?
I want that portable hole.
No.
No?
Leave stuff here. Hang on.
Okay, all right.
I'll step back out. Like,
I'll hop in the hole.
Kid, Sid,
Yeah,
we found stuff. Come here.
nice. Nick, you'll also see that there is a sweet-looking motorcycle in there.
Okay. Of course I need that. Can I put the is the portable hole is it like a
It's a 10-foot wide, 10-foot deep hole.
Oh, yes. Okay, I need that and that motor.
You just put the motorcycle in the portable hole.
Yeah.
It'll probably fit your portal, too.
Oh, sweet. All that.
Yeah.
Let's just dump it all in this hole.
I'm not very strong.
Suspicious, though.
There's a workbench nearby. You'll see there's a banner on it that shows Dragon Slayers at large. There's it could be spray painted on or something. Very rebellious in nature. You think whoever was doing this is a big punk rock fan. Probably listens to the Dead Kennedys too much. Whole ass time. That said, portable hole has all your items desired inside. As you're bringing Sid in, he's like, "Yeah, so what's going on? What's the big thing?"
That.
Oh, that! Pointing over to the portal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, slide that bad boy in. We could probably set this shit up in the middle of town. Whatever town is happening over there. Then summon a big-ass goose to fight him.
God, that damn goose. Is this gaming fate here or what?
We don't have to summon a goose. I mean, you got any other ideas?
Nah, goose is.
Goose and the gander.
What about the devil?
The devil? You want to summon the devil?
I don't know.
We can summon the devil.
Which is better or worse, goose or devil?
I thought the goose was the devil.
I think the goose was the devil of the other world, is what you said, right?
Yeah, it's
So if we're summoning their devil, why not just summon our devil?
Doesn't this also kind of cross into the whole dimensional thing? Because we were playing around with a little bit with that prior.
Yeah.
Someone's got some shifty eyes.
Fuck it, we'll summon a goose, yeah?
I'm in. Why not?
Goose is better than demons.
I like
Or
that.
devil.
I like the devil idea.
Same.
Well, 3 to 2.
Devils ain't much good either.
Goose it is.
Brad's vote doesn't count. He's the DM.
So yeah, you guys want to loot the rest of this place or fight some kobolds?
Both?
I want some more shit, and then I want to fight.
Anything else in here, Stabby?
Nothing stabby in nature. You'll see there's like some cast-off tools like screwdrivers, hammers, and shit. Nothing particularly stabby in nature, though. If you had to bet, fight bar, probably a good place to find that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I will just grab all the tools.
Hey, Stu. Chris. What was your name? Fuck, does anybody remember?
Talking to me?
Yeah,
Sid?
Yeah, my name?
Sid.
Yeah.
Hey, Sid.
Hey.
Do you know if this shitteth guy's still around anywhere?
I don't fucking know.
Okay.
You're in the same room as I am. Like,
Well, I didn't know if maybe you've seen him around town or something. You know, he looks like this. I hold up a little shitteth buck.
I don't go to town. It's at this point you'll notice that the guy on the shitteth buck and the person you're talking to look a lot alike. Probably related.
What a twist!
Like a shitteth fitteth type situation?
Sid looks to you.
I think Sid did
very
tell
confused.
us. Sid told us he didn't know his dad and that his uncle was fitteth. I'm pretty sure last game, but that was off stream. So,
Yep.
okay. All right, well, we'll find him eventually. I'll hold on to these. Fight bar.
You'll see there's some kobolds walking their way up. Sid is going to pull out looks to be a bow and arrow. You hear a "Ah!" and then they drop. He nods.
Is that the kobolds?
Good shooting, Sid.
Thanks.
Good job.
Fight bar looks to be a wide ass open. You make your way inside, and this is a veritable smorgasbord of alcohol, brewing supplies. There is a massive ring in the middle. There's a bucket o' weapons, it's called. This has 3 of each non-magic weapon as outlined in the player's handbook. As the sign says, entering this building, put your stabby shit here or you get the stabby shit in you. Seems to be a very particular type of mood. You'll notice there's a mural on the back wall of this place depicting a rather burly woman with a large staff and a big-ass metal floating block above it. It looks like a brick or some shit. Her eyes are like radiating lightning. She seems to be standing on a rather large rock, one knee up, and she's got a cape like flowing in the breeze behind her, a rather short skirt, and some rather burly looking arms. You think she could probably beat the shit out of anybody in the room. Seems to be the proprietor of this establishment or like a champion of this establishment, not sure which. Most particularly, you'll note there's some rather large jugs towards the area containing the alcohol here. They're marked XXX Grannies.
Thought you were still talking about the woman.
Oh,
How many darts do I find?
You find 3.
Damn. Better than none.
I'll walk over and start grabbing the jugs.
You walk over, grab those jugs. They are quite nice. Some may even say jugalicious. It's at this point you'll see you take them off the shelf. You see a note underneath one of them.
Read the note.
Notes written in common, looks to be fancy and of ornate handwriting. It says, "Go get those fuckers. Hope you're doing all right. Enjoy the last of my brew. Granny."
Kind of getting an Alice in Wonderland vibe as far as the beverages. You know what I mean? Like, you think it's one thing, but it's actually something else.
Abby will put all 3 of them in his backpack. I assume that you said they were. I will stick all 3 of them back. Like,
And they
put
are-
like a blanket between them so that they don't knock against each other.
And they are, in fact, alcohol, correct?
If you'd like to pop the cork, you can see.
Abby, you good with just kind of transporting them like they are?
I'm good like this.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking for anything real good and stabby and shiny. Maybe some hand. What are those things called? The little hand knives, throwing knives. Any of those?
Daggers?
Throwing knives?
Smaller than daggers.
Oh, a
Throwing.
dart? That's a dart.
Oh, it's called a dart. Okay. I want. Oh, you took them.
Yeah.
That's okay.
There's 3 daggers, though. You can just take those and throw them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I now
Any
have 5
throws?
daggers. So many daggers.
So I'm just looking through my stats because I personally enjoy throwing stars, but I don't know how well my character handles them.
I think they're statted like daggers, technically. So if you can handle that, you're a fighter. You can use any weapon you want. Big facts.
Yeah, are there any throwing stars?
You will find. You guessed
3.
it. Oh yeah.
3.
So I grab them.
Oil flasks.
Oil flasks you don't find in the bucket of weapons. It's at this point that Sid is tapping Nick on the shoulder. Says that he found something underneath the ring.
What you got there, buddy?
He pulls out the hilt of a sword. Doesn't seem to have a sword on it.
Okay. That's part of a mystery.
Hands it over to you.
Takes it.
It's got a button on the side.
Oh!
Like a lightsaber.
Doesn't look like much of a sword.
I'm going to point it away from me and press
Missing
button.
something.
This isn't so.
Blade.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a sunblade.
I love sunblades.
That's nuts.
As you swing it, you hear "Oh yeah!" coming from the blade. It's at this point you'll note that it has what looks to be ornate lettering on the side, written in what appears to be like medieval cursive, or as those in the business call it, medieval black letter. This is saying Slimothy Jimothy. No, entirely and legally dissimilar from the concept of the Slim Jim.
My apologies.
Thank you. I appreciate the correctness here.
Oh, wow. I want you to know that legitimately just made my day. Thank you very much for Slimothy Jimothy.
Sid's still pulling out stuff from underneath here.
Oh, yes.
What else you got?
He pulls out a bag of holding.
Tight. I've seen these before.
Tight.
A steel chair that says "Feel the burn." He also pulls out what appears to be a rubber sledgehammer. He pulls out, looks to be like a mannequin type thing, or like a dummy. The arms and legs move all right, but it looks like a very particular guy who just retired from a very particular establishment that does a very particular style of American wrestling on TV.
Like
I'll look at the chair.
Take a look at the chair.
Look at the chair, yeah.
Seems to have all the stats of a flame tongue, but with bludgeoning damage.
A flame?
Flame
What?
tongue. It lights itself on fire and does a fuck ton of damage. It's good shit.
Awesome.
What about the hammer?
The hammer, you'll note as you swing it, doesn't seem to have anything crazy going on with it. It's once you drop it that it reappears back in your hand.
That's cool.
Seems
I
to be-
don't want it. Here you go, Belladonna.
Seems to be like a dwarven thrower, but without the dwarven part.
Think you'll like that. I'm gonna take this bag. Give me your shit that you don't want to hold.
Thank you for your assistance.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just getting an image because I know my mother doesn't have the stats on this.
Well, what?
This is a magic item I'm giving you, and it does cool shit.
Okay. In game room 1?
I'll be a
Yes.
Details?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm
just happy that I got my whip, and I can whip it good and whip it into shape and
Whip it
make
good.
people tell the truth.
Yeah, I'm
Because that's
excited.
usually,
for that.
yeah. Am I right, Chris? Because
Yeah.
normally that's our problem, is getting people to tell us the truth.
Absolutely. And then
Like-
this character was built to be deceptive, not intimidating. So I'm like, I
Yeah.
can't really help you. Oh wait, no, she is. No, I forgot. No, my intimidation stats are pretty high too. Never mind, I can get people to tell the truth. But now we also have the bonus help of a whip.
Your sheep. Move ahead.
It seems like we should run a side business.
Doing
It
what?
requires attunement
Well,
by
we've got
dwarf.
a truth whip and we've got a really intimidating lady, and I'm just saying there's a market for that.
He said the dwarf part was ignored, Angela.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like looking through this going, this isn't going to do me any good.
It's ignore that, and it looks like a rubber mallet.
Just real fancy.
Yeah.
This looks like old school home stew or house, whatever the fuck your stuff was before.
That's just the real stuff. That's real. That's what they really
Oh.
make. Yeah.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you, though. That's sweet.
You're welcome.
But yeah.
Neat stuff.
Neat stuff. Sid picks up one of the stools nearby, takes a look at the mural, and then throws it at the mural. The stool shatters into a billion pieces, and he says, I always wanted to do that.
Oh my god, there's glass.
Yes.
So, how many plates of glass are there?
You'll see a fat stack.
Oh
Right by the
god,
front.
yes.
Is that
And they're
mannequin?
all propped upright, or are they stacked laying on their sides?
They are stacked one on top of the other. What do you have, Nick?
Is the mannequin magical?
The mannequin, as you tap on it, it's it says something about a something wildlife foundation. Seems to be a rather large talking doll, the common magic item.
Ugh.
I punch it and throw it.
You punch it and throw it. It says several racial slurs on the way down.
We're not taking that one with us, folks.
No.
No.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, there's a very particular man, not the guy that shows up with the checks, the other one. I was trying to think of the particular type of man that I'm talking about. I think it's Mick. I don't know. But yeah, very unfortunate doll. Doesn't seem to be based on a person that's redeemable or has any sort of neat qualities.
Probably all dressed in orange or something.
Something like that. Yeah, who knows?
Going back to the plates of glass, I'm gonna start moving these across the room
All right.
and setting them up upright, leaning up against the wall. I'm gonna take my new little bangy thing, and I'm just gonna have at it. So I'm just gonna warn the group to stand back. And I commence smashing all the glass pieces.
Does anybody else want to do this too?
I'd like to matrix dodge the glass shards.
Give me a performance check to matrix dodge.
Okay.
What were you saying, Carl?
I'm just kind of like looking at them like, why are you smashing that?
Same. Nick's just standing there, arms folded, like, what are we doing right now?
It's a natural
And I
one
just-
for a 0.
I just stop, turn around, look at them, and do the, well, I mean, why not? This has been my dream This is my dream, to smash glass. I love the sound of glass breaking. It's a weird thing. Like when I played video games, I would go drive the car back out and go to smash the Brad knows. Yeah.
So, Nick, you roll a nat 1 for a total of 0. You go for like the backbendy type of shit.
Yeah.
And then just fall
Onto
onto your
glass.
back. It's not on the glass. The glass hasn't quite shattered yet. We need Belladonna to make an attack roll at the glass. This will be good practice for you.
Before.
You have a +3 to that attack. Just a heads up on that one. So whatever you roll for
I
your
do?
d20, add 3 to that shit.
Okay.
He's saying 3 extra on top of your strength and your proficiency.
Yes.
Strength and wait. So
Strength,
both of them?
proficiency, and +3.
I'm going to make this even simpler for you. I'm going to add it to your inventory on the character sheet on my end and then send you that shit.
Thank you.
Shooby-dooby-dooba, shooby-dooby-dooba, Bradley.
Hey, I rolled a 19.
Bradley the disorganized.
Oh, you for sure
I
hit
keep
that.
rolling really high. Huh.
I mean, seems fake, but I can see the results of the rolls on my end. So, for those that don't know at home, we have a dice bot in here, and the dice bot, whenever I try to use it, fucking hates me. So the fact that it's being rolled well and someone's like getting good rolls on that, I should be like happy, especially for my mother here, who's like doing quite well. I'm not. I'm jealous. I'm angry. This is personal. The dice
I rolled
gods,
a 20, a 19, a 19 so far. And I've only rolled 3 times
Go to bed.
this game.
Take a nap. You're doing all right. Just, you know what I'm saying? Just one of those.
Back to the glass.
You know, I've never gotten mail from AARP.
Neither have I.
Oh,
Whippersnappers.
sorry, Carl. that was not intended to be a shot across the bow at you. I'm just making fun of my mother because I'm a bad
Here.
son.
You're still getting college application offers here.
Hey there, would you
Bill.
like to get? Would you like debt that you can't eliminate as a result of bankruptcy? Hi there, would you like?
You're going to be 35, and I'm still going to be getting that mail here for you.
Yeah, honestly. How would you like to contribute to credentialism? American credentialism can't beat it. I have very specific views on academia. They should not reflect the views of this channel. I'm just a bastard. So yeah, I just threw your sheet in the wrong area. I'm going to send it to you personally. This is an
Oopsie.
updated one, but we're doing all right. So making some attacks on the glass. Stuff's going nifty. You rolled 19s and 20s. Am I right on that?
I just rolled once. I need to roll 2 more times. Sorry.
We're going to call it good on the 19.
Okay.
Part of the neat ability of leveling up is you crit on a 19 now. So as you throw your Dwarven Thrower at one of the plates of glass, it shatters and shatters other plates of glass around it. Cool shit.
My
Looks
God.
like fireworks. The hammer returns back to you like some Thor shit.
Yeah.
Seems like a cool-ass day. Is there anything anybody else wants to get done?
Say that again?
Is there anything anybody else wants to get done?
Nope. Well,
Potion shop.
are there other bottles of alcohol?
Yep. A lot.
Okay. Hey, you, Derek.
That's me.
We're gonna load up on booze,
Oh, go for it. Yeah. I hold the bag open.
and I will like put all the booze bottles in.
What's the capacity weight-wise of the bag?
500 pounds, it feels like.
Yeah. It's at this point you hear from inside the bag a strange song from an extra dimensional space begins to emit. You hear breaking the law, bam, bam. It's a very specific song, the likes of which only the priests of Judas might know. Very neat time though. So you're able to get the alcohol in here. Nick, you're splitting off to go check out the potion shop nearby. You hear Fittith Fix-It-All was nearby here. Place seems to have a lot of potion-y looking stuff. Seems to have some repair type items. You think this is probably your place to get all that you may desire on the potion end.
Awesome. Yeah, I want some Healy boys.
Healy boys. All right.
Healy boys.
You make your way in. You don't see any sneakers with like wheels inside of them. But you do definitely see some healing potions. They all have vodka in them.
Sweet.
All of it. So
what an unexpected benefit.
yeah. You'll find a total of 10 lesser healing potions. So these are like, I want to say a D4 or 2D4. I could be wrong on we'll Google.
And it was 2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2, this man. With the knowledge. So you're looking at 2d4 plus 2 on those. You've got a total of 10. Seems as though our party is usually 5 people in total. So I'm giving out an even divisible number of 5. But yeah. Seems to be some pretty neat stuff. These are just on a shelf near the door. Taking a look around inside, you'll see that there's also other signs in here. They seem to be rather comedic. Some funny, like one of them is a poster that says "Savage Attack." Another one is a sign that says "Hang in there, baby," and looks to have like this strange multi-tentacled being with one singular large eye dangling from a tree. Looks to be like a rather cheery place. Looks to be run by a person that is really trying to like make sure folks feel at home and feel comfortable. There doesn't seem to be any sort of back room. All the stuff stored here is stored up front. You can take further lookings around.
Yeah, I want to see if there's any. Let me see. How do I put this? Is there anything in here that looks worth taking? There we go.
Perception check, please. Back
right.
over to the party inside the bar. Is there anything else anybody wants to steal from here? I mean, acquire. Liberate private property. Yeah, that's what we're doing.
It is a dirty 20.
Salvaging. That's what we're doing. Salvaging.
Upcycling.
Upcycling.
There we go.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
This just got so virtuous, is what it got. This is the moral high ground for D&D campaigns. With a dirty 20, you'll find a trap door underneath the register area. You're looking for shit that looks like it's worth stealing. You see a register. As you make your way over to it, I won't make you roll. You hit it with the old bonk. Full of gold. This guy actually deals in proper currency, or seems to.
Amazing.
There's just gold in here.
I'm liberating it.
Shit.
Total of 500 gold.
Amazing. I'm telling
Good
no
job.
one about this.
You have a hard time holding 500 gold on you without us noticing.
I didn't find a single thing in here.
She's,
Jingle, jingle, an awful lot.
Jingle,
Yeah.
jingle, jingle, jingle.
it sounds like chains being dragged around a room, and she's just looking around innocently.
I'm entirely too stealthy for you to hear. Amazing jingliness.
It's at this point,
I don't know.
Nick, you'll remember an old robber's trick that you had heard from Ye Olde Tricks of Trades, a book that you had found pooping.
Nice.
The trick in question seems to be throwing sand in your pockets when holding coins so they don't jingle jangle.
Is there sand nearby?
Yes.
I'm gonna put some sand in my pants.
You now have
Oh my god, I'm sandy cheeks.
you got pocket sand at least.
Pocket sand! All the references. It's amazing. I'm just in here by myself. Like, just having a grand old time.
Got a trapdoor.
There's a lot of liquor here. We're still loading.
I'm definitely going under the
Oh, yeah.
trap door.
I'm still in the fighty section, in the fighty shop.
I need to test it for danger, though.
Are there any, like, boomerangs that are nice and weapony?
You have probably the closest thing to a boomerang in the building.
Nice and weapony. Mm.
You do also see there's some empty bottles nearby.
Empty.
Empty.
I assume that they're not broken.
Correct.
Okay. How many?
Couple dozen.
Are they lined up, or do they look like they were just kind of tossed and or abandoned?
Look to be just kind of tossed and abandoned.
Is it near the weapon that I'm after?
You don't find the weapon you're after. But you're looking for a boomerang. You found the boomerang. You have the item that returns. It's in your hand.
I do.
Yes.
Okay.
It just comes back.
Oh,
to
I
you.
see what you mean. The little sledge. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. I do need a nap.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to go over and kind of, not close, but I want to get closer to the bottles. I'm just kind of curious as to what the others are loading up on. I have some questions about safety.
Okay. To our friends throwing items into the bag of holding, you've got a fuck ton of liquor. We're looking at like the kind of plastic liquor bottles that you drop, watch it bounce, and then you say that your plug did well in college, so that you can with, like, some lemon flavored Gatorade and pretend you're not dying inside. Good shit. Proud of that stuff.
The memories, man.
On the back side of the shelf, he's like, 100-year-old whiskey. That's no good. Faye ain't drinking yet now, and toss it aside.
You guys turned up to the highest volume right now, and it keeps raining so loud that I have a hard time hearing you guys sometimes.
Oh man,
This is like
it's insane.
get you some noise cancelers.
This is like the average Jansport backpack now. Full of liquor.
Yes.
Well, for our friend in the trapdoor, you're noticing that you're in a dark room. Smells musty down here.
Okay, smells musty on here. I have a tinder and I have a torch, so I would like to light it. Take a little peep around.
All right, make a perception check. We'll get back to you in a moment.
All right.
So for Belladonna, taking a look into what is being stashed, you're seeing like they got some pretty decent stuff. They got it'll get you drunk as shit. For our friends stashing the bottles, you're doing all right. Sid looks to be a little tired. His chipmunk seems to have gotten into a fight with a rat. They're currently duking it out in the middle of the ring here. The chipmunk looks to be pretty fucking scrappy. They're like really going to town. They're like, throwing haymakers. It's at this point that you see the chipmunk's got like a little more form. Meanwhile, the rat seems to have a little higher pain tolerance. As the chipmunk's squeaking a little more. It's really going on. Sid is like trying to figure out whether or not to intervene. He takes a step forward, and the chipmunk looks back to him real angry. Seems to be like a let them settle it type of deal.
Do you want to see where the others went?
Oh, sure.
All right, we'll leave them alone.
Belladonna, you going with? Or are you going to shatter more bottles? She is addressing stuff, I think. Did she say she was? I don't know. We'll get back
The
to
range is increased. I missed the last two lines.
Oh. Are you going with to try and find your friend Nick?
Sure.
Good doggy. Panning back to our friend Nick, who is in the dark, scary basement. You find what looks to be a summoning tube of some sort. Looks to be like draft numero uno as engraved on the top. Inside, you'll see there's a floating humanoid body.
Oh, sweet.
It looks to be gray in coloration, has no discernible hair of any kind. This looks... give me a Arcana or Nature check, your choice.
Arcana or Nature.
You're garbled, Brad, and you're freezing.
I'm
He's
garbled
good.
and freezing.
That's on your end, Angela.
Yeah.
Oh, is it me?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That means
Okay.
I'll get here soon.
So sorry guys if I make anyone repeat anything. Apparently things getting a little shitty around here.
You're fine. It happens.
No worries.
Sometimes it helps if you leave and come back.
It was a 15.
15. You'll
Mhm.
recognize this to be the horrors known as the Face Stealer. They're a group of folks that were rumored to have harassed travelers and traders just a couple of years back. They were bold. They would take people's faces and impersonate them and attack them and rob them and kill them and do all kinds of crazy type things. The most important thing to note about them is they seem to be based on a hive mind. It's at this point you're taking a look around, you'll see diagrams of this being's anatomy on the walls. You'll see some shelves with some jars with varying organs and bodily fluids inside of them. Seems to be how-to of how to make one of these bad boys. You think you might have found it at ground zero.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Is the face stealer very obviously dead? Or is it alive? Or is it just like in stasis?
Give me another nature or arcana check, your choice.
Okay. Oh, sweet. That one's even better. That's a 19.
Stasis.
Okay. Shoot. So one wrong move or bad boy could come back alive. Okay. I want to yoink one of the diagrams off the wall just for future reference. It might come in handy. And then is there anything else in the room that looks like worthwhile? Are there any like books or anything that could help us on our journeys? Or is it just like this was clearly just dedicated to studying this creature?
Most of it seems to be dedicated to studying this creature. There's a lot of books on necromancy, how-tos, general practices, when to wash your hands, when to dirty them.
Nice.
Yeah. It doesn't seem to have any sort of like spells for like spell scrolls or anything like that, but you know, you think the valuables down here were taken. Can I see a stealth check from you, Didarius?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. 13.
13. You feel stealthy as shit.
Oh, sweet. Awesome. So yeah, I'm going to grab one of those necromancy diagrams.
Book itself seems to be labeled "Taking Apart Dead Things for People That Didn't Grow Up as Sociopaths as Children."
God.
Good stuff.
This will come in handy.
Riveting read. Anything else you want to grab down here?
No, that's it.
All right. You'll successfully make your way up to this point that you see your compadres are making their way inside. Take a look around. Everyone will see, as described, this room is, in the initial entering room, is pretty normal. Looks to be alrighty, steady, and spaghetti.
I'm going to relay all of the information I just learned.
Cool.
That doesn't mean anything to anybody?
There's lots going on there.
Yeah.
Have I ever heard of face stealers?
History check?
14?
They're pretty well known. Scary fucks. They hang out in the forest. Seem to like bait you out and get you off alone and kill you.
I relay that.
Neat.
Yes.
Well, this might come in handy later. I think it's kind of important for trying to rebuild one of these things.
Sure. You want to put it in your hole?
Yes, I'm just going to drop it into
Oh
my
my
hole
God.
and we'll revisit that. Stuff it right in there. Thank you. Lovely.
Shit, well, this was a treasure trove of a fight bar.
Yep. Got a few in this.
All right, so I guess we have we hit all of the available locations within this area.
Seems to be the case. There look to be a couple of buildings further up the road. If you want, you can go check them out. Or
Hey,
we can...
before we get too close to Sid, I don't think he's a face stealer, right?
I'm gonna whip out the diagram and be like, I don't know, do we see any similarities between this image and Sid?
Give me an investigation check.
Oh, okie dokie. Oh, jeepers. 11.
Diagram looks almost alien in general anatomy. However, you'll note a big portion written in like bolded lettering, underlined like 6 times, some arrows pointing to it. They're shape changers. They take the form of other people, like that life-changing lady from X-Men.
Life-changing lady. So Sid all of a sudden is looking real suspicious, huh?
I don't know. He could just be a guy, and it's a coincidence, you know? I'm pretty sure he's the wizard's son.
Hey, lasso lady.
That's what I'm thinking is we managed to whip him into shape and get some tooth out of him.
Yeah.
So I take out my whip, snag his little ass up.
He's still in the bar. The chipmunk has won the fight with the rat. The chipmunk looks like real rough right now. Just like real bruised, like the fur's like this way and that. Fucking like, you know, doing a little fucking victory lap around the big ass ring for it. Sid looks like kind of tired. He seems to be sipping from what looks to be apple teeny of sorts. Scraps reference for you there. You're taking a look over at this guy. So, Belladonna, you want to attack the guy with the whip?
I do.
All right, give me an attack roll, please.
And oh shit, that was only a 7. I rolled a 7.
Yep. For attacks.
And I think I'm looking at the new sheet you just sent me. So
yeah, you add 4 to that.
okay.
So you're looking at 11 total. That misses him. You go, shit! Fuck! He's gonna stand up. The chipmunk will run over to him, scurry right up his body. He's drawing his arrow. Face stealers! He's going for an attack on you.
Shield goes up, and I've got a shit ton of weapons. Longsword comes out.
If my shit will just load.
Okay, tell me what I'm rolling and what I'm looking for, because it'll take me a little while too.
Yeah. He's gonna make an attack with his bow towards you.
I've got my longsword and I've got my shield.
He's got a 26 to hit. That will hit you. He's looking at a total of 8 damage. It's at this point that he drops his bow, reaches for what looks to be a short sword, and you'll note that he starts to get a little more intense. You've seen this look in a couple of barbarians' eyes when they go into a rage. He says, "Calm the fuck down! Face stealer, get the fuck out of here!" He seems to be about as paranoid as you are. Do you want to keep fighting?
No.
Yeah. Sorry. My bad, dude.
Yeah, it's just
You can't
because
be
we're kind of at an impasse. He thinks we're it, and we think you know what I mean. Like there's no way to prove it. Is there a way to prove it that a person's not a face stealer? I mean, is there? I'm asking the group. Like, is there a particular?
Not that I remember.
Or...
Kill him and cut him open.
Referencing the text, is there anything that tells us how we could know? Because it does say that they're shapeshifters. So is there anything that says, like, if you throw ball bearings at them, they'll turn pink, and that's how you know?
Alcohol?
Yeah, like a litmus.
Alcohol.
Alcohol seems to fuck with their ability to impersonate faces.
We got some of that.
We got a shit ton of that.
Liquor this bad boy up. Maybe he's just a good actor.
Right.
He's drinking
Wait.
an appletini in front of you. Or was.
No, you mean consuming alcohol or having it on their skin?
Seems to
Like
be
being
either
thrown
one.
at them.
Did we see the appletini being made?
You did not.
So we don't know there's alcohol in that. Hey, buddy, how about we just take a shot to celebrate us not being enemies?
How about I take a shot from one of these liquor bottles over here so you don't poison my ass? What the fuck?
That's not right, actually, yeah. Just
That's
Why are you like this?
That's pretty fair.
He's
Okay.
gonna walk over, pour himself like 3 fingers of rum, looking still at you, take a drink. Drink up, fuckers!
I don't trust it.
I'll take a shot.
Thinking the Princess Bride kind of thing, where he's, you know what I mean, like.
Yeah, this is like the multiple cup scenario where one of the guys is like
Yeah.
way fucking overthinking it.
That's me.
So what? Sorry, Chris. What did you say you were doing?
We were taking a shot so that we
Alright.
could totally not be enemies.
You take a shot. It's rum. Really dark
Sweet.
rum too. It's good shit.
Yummy. Thank you, friend. We're friends now. Okay? I said we're friends now.
She said you're friends
We're
now.
friends. All right.
Thanks.
The chipmunk quivering.
That was like a Debo moment. I said we friends now. okay. I'm gonna just throw my arm over his shoulder. I'm like, glad you're one of the gang now, pal. I love that he has absolutely no idea what's happening.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Fucking no idea. He's really new to encountering people. Seems
Yeah.
to just be paranoid that faces are gonna get stolen.
Speaking of that, you know anything about something stealing faces?
They're like the fucking boogeymen of the woods.
So they're real.
I don't think that was ever a question if they were real or not, right?
He's gonna look at you and then look at the diagram you were just holding, and then look at the whip that you just attacked him with over suspicion that they were real. And
I'm
then
just
nod to
still
you.
checking all of my boxes. Just making sure he knows that we know. This would be a good time to tell us anything that you know about them besides them being boots.
They're scary and they impersonate people. What's more to know?
All right. Thank you for your help.
He's gonna look over to Abasirigal, who seems to just be like the normal one here. Abasirigal, he's gonna give you one of these.
Abasir kind of like shrugs back. I don't know.
Am I in danger traveling with you?
Probably.
Isn't everyone?
Okay. Here are options. We can go. Excuse me. We can go check out some more buildings uptown, or we can like go into the middle of this place and figure out what's going on with this portal, or what do you want to do?
Shouldn't we be like closer to where the dragons are?
Should we wait to summon the duck until we're about to be dragoned?
I mean, that does kind of sound like our best bet.
Let's at least get to where we know we can get to the dragons quickly.
And in one piece.
Agreed.
Do you know how to run this thing?
Of course he does it. Why else would he suggest it? You know, he's not just going to look at a group of 4 people who are obviously not magic users and say, "Hey, you guys can summon a duck demon, right?" So he definitely knows how to do it, right? Slap him on the back.
I'm not hearing you say yes immediately.
Yeah, I know how to do it. Yep.
There you go.
So we're hoofing it. Alrighty.
Yep.
It's at this point that he's gonna make his way outside, look over to the chipmunk. Yeah, I don't fucking know. They're maniacs. They asked if I knew whatever. Do you know how to? I don't fucking. Maybe they got a fucking book. I'm gonna try and steal.
If you don't,
hey.
if you don't know how to run it, say you don't know how to run it.
Can I see an intimidation check from me, please?
I'm not actually trying to intimidate him, but sure.
This is for like unintentional intimidation, just to see if you're like coming across nice or not.
17.
You hear the audible sound of water hitting ground. So I looking over the chipmunk.
I'm like looking around, like up in the air and stuff.
I don't
Weird.
know how to run it.
Oh, okay.
I've seen it done.
Okay, weird. Sounded like it was raining.
So I definitely heard water.
Yeah. He's glancing down, seeing the puddle beneath him. So, like, I got kind of thrown through one of those portals when I was a kid, so I definitely know that you gotta crank the dials, hit it real hard, and then it requires the blood of... Fuck. The blood of the family! Yeah, it was my uncle that did it, so I can do it too!
Fuck yes. Cool.
Yup!
And he seems nervous.
I think he is.
Yeah.
Did you pee yourself, young man?
He's
He
gonna
definitely is.
look at the ground, and then pull out his water skin full of alcohol. No, I just spilled my drink. He's gonna chug. Healing potion vodka. He's nervous. Doesn't seem to be a result of like inability to perform the action in question. Seems to be more intimidated by any sort of risk associated with your adventuring group.
We give him the hives. Basically.
All right, cool. Well, let's hope you can summon a devil. Let's go.
Yep. It's at this point he leads you off. He's checking over his shoulder a lot now. He's realized that not only were his friendly neighborhood adventurers that popped in on him, being some of the first people he's ever contacted, not only are you heavily armed, but you're more heavily armed now, and dangerous. He's learning a lot today.
He's learning a lot today.
Yeah.
A little.
So he's leading you around, seems to be taking you a couple of back ways through here. You'll note there's a couple of guard details amongst the kobolds. So at this point, I need stealth checks from folks. That'll be just a moment.
Do 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 do. Who did ha ha? You know what I'm saying?
Word.
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 I'm hungry. I don't know what I want. Says me every day.
should have ordered delivery when I initially thought of it.
That's what I'm thinking about doing now because I have a long night. But I'm like, make me.
Yeah, I got pizza. Not gonna lie.
Yum. I had pizza for lunch of the frozen variety and satisfying. Get out of the trash. Thank you.
He's back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Thank you, big time. I had to use the restroom. You all really wanted to know that, I'm sure. That was totally not me just accidentally oversharing.
Wait, would it be okay if we took about a 5-minute break, or?
Yeah, we could do a break.
Two options. We can do a 5-minute break and run till like 10:30, or we can end the game here and start next game with crazy big monsters showing up.
It's up to you. 10:30 your time is perfect in time for me. So
I like the idea of jumping in though with the crazy times.
right.
Yeah. Now that we just suited up.
Yeah, we totally suited up. We got lots of booze.
You mean jumping in right now or jumping in later?
Next time.
Next
Next
week.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think she means next week. Yeah. Cool with me. Let's do it.
I'm good either way.
So, what we'll do then, we will call it a game here. We are going to summon fucking something. Next game. We've got a nervous traveler. We've got some wonderful adventurers who are kitted up, ready to show up and probably commit some more crimes. I hope everyone has a wonderful night. Stay safe, and may your next roll be a natural 20.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.